Everything is about to get cheaper. Your groceries, your bills, everything's going to get cheaper. Trump just announced this at inauguration. Let me explain to you why this is going to work. What he said is we are going to drill like we have never drilled before. The clothes that you're wearing right now, the food that you ate today, it has all been delivered by truck, which has cost of fuel. Our food, it has cost of fuel for the farmers out there on tractors. Everything runs by the price of fuel. And he said that we are going to drill like we have never drilled before. He's going to give more permits than we've ever had in history. And he said he's going to enact a bill that cuts the cost of living for Americans across the board. We are about to go into a deflationary state. Now, I've said that we're headed into a recession. And I said that things will get cheaper and that Trump is going to be a deflationary president versus Biden being an inflationary president. So we expected this to come. We expected this to happen. But I think many families are going to benefit from cheaper groceries, cheaper fuel, cheaper cost all around. And I think we're going to see it rather quickly. We're already seeing oil reacting big time today as soon as he announced that.
Okay, so I was just trying to do the math to figure out how much money I'm spending or me and my fiance are spending a month on groceries, because obviously we know grocery prices have gotten completely insane. But it's actually more insane when you actually track it and you look at it and you're like, excuse me? And I'm gonna be real with you. We do get HelloFresh. We get 3 meals every week. So, it's not like we're necessarily bargain shopping, right? We're not out here cutting coupons and shopping at Walmart. I literally refuse to shop at Walmart. I haven't stepped foot into a Walmart store in, I don't know, literally years. So I'm sure you can definitely spend less. I also live in a metropolitan city, so that's obviously gonna make prices go up. But I did the math, and this month in January, I spent personally from the HelloFresh and then the other supplemental groceries that we bought, $369.34 on groceries. I spent a car payment on food. And that's not including going out to eat or, anything like that. That's just groceries for home cooked meals. That's insane. That's insane. The fact that my fiance and I, just 2 of us, spent over $700 a month on groceries is wild. It's just wild. And it's at the exact same time these companies are literally raking in record fucking profits. We are getting so screwed. And then I'm like, wow, this is seems like an insane amount. What's the average? So I asked ChatGPT just to find out what I'm spending is really not that crazy. A single adult on average spends $275 to $450 a month. I fall within that. I'm not even all the way at the top of the $450. I'm at $370. And then we fall in that for the couple, the $550, $900. We fall in there. But what? And then you have these boomers out here going why aren't millennials and younger generations having children? I don't know, because if you've seen the price of everything, including just groceries, come on, that's not even let's not even talk about student loans or the cost of housing or literally anything. Let's not talk about the price of anything. It's unaffordable to live.
Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking. So these people are coming out and speaking out about how the cost of grocery has gone over the roof. Things have really gone higher than they all expected, unlike the promises that were made and how they promised to make the cost of food cheaper, the cost of groceries cheaper, the cost of eggs lower, reduce taxes, reduce all of these things. But people are still hungry. People are complaining about not being able to really comfortably feed their families, right? People are complaining a lot and people are crying out and you know what, we just tired. The whole situation in the country is becoming so much, and the price of food is going off the roof. The price of eggs is going off the roof. Okay, anyway guys, let some of the videos I've gathered for you guys to roll, then we come back and talk more. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and please do well to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Thank you so much guys. Let's go watch the video.
Egg prices in America are going through the roof while Donald Trump focuses on everything but inflation. The Associated Press notes that egg prices in America are up to $4.95 a dozen. That's double the rate they were only 2 years ago, and what's worse, they're going up even more. The Department of Agriculture says egg prices are going to go up another 20% this year alone. Why is this happening? Because of bird flu. Once a bird gets sick in a farm, they've got to kill all the chickens in the farm lest it spread. The problem is the Trump White House has said they don't think that's a good idea. They criticized Joe Biden for having the chickens killed who got sick. So what's the Trump people planning on doing to stop bird flu from spreading? Another problem. Trump's efforts to shut down the U.S. government have stopped bird flu updates. Federal officials were giving regular updates to the public and to farmers and to state officials and congressmen, and now none of them are getting the bird flu updates because Trump shut them down. Then there's Trump's withdrawal from the World Health Organization. That stopped us from being able to work with foreign governments to track strains abroad and figure out what might come here. And finally, did you know that USAID was tracking bird flu in 49 countries around the world? Well, guess what? They're not doing it anymore because Trump just killed that agency. The moral of the story is the federal government actually does important things until somebody breaks it.
So the price of eggs, that these MAGA people were everywhere talking about how the price of things is going to go down, price of goods, price of food, especially eggs. They were specifically calling eggs during their whole campaign period and saying that it was going to go down. All of a sudden, eggs are so expensive right now in the US. Everybody is complaining about the price of eggs and how eggs has skyrocketed. Aside that, people are talking about cost of groceries. People can't even feed anymore. People are complaining how they spend so much money in feeding, unlike when these whole MAGA people were talking about things were so expensive. Right now, cost of feeding is hitting the roof. People are complaining on a daily basis. You guys, let me know in the comments, what's it like where you are? What's the cost of feeding where you are? Do you spend so much than the way you were spending before now doing Joe Biden and Kamala's turn, like when they were in power? What you're spending now, can it be compared to that? Okay, let me know in the comment section. But right now, people are just talking about how the cost of things are, and how even Walmart can no longer take care of all of those things. No more cheaper groceries like they used to buy before now. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Let's go ahead and watch some of the videos I've gathered for you guys. Let's just keep watching, and please let me know what your thoughts are. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well.
I just got back from the grocery store and inflation is hitting hard. Let me show you what I got. Okay, so I got apples, oranges, blueberries, celery, lemon juice, some lollipops that were $1.50, and some milk. Normally I would expect to pay around $20 for all of that. I'm usually really good at estimating groceries. I took $40 to the grocery store. I pay for all my groceries in cash because it's easier to keep track of our budget that way. Anyway, I took $40 to the grocery store, anticipating paying $21, $22 after taxes. It was $30. And I noticed every single thing I picked up was easily 50 cents to $1.50 more. I paid twice as much for celery as I normally do. Apples and oranges were a little bit more. I mean, just literally everything was more expensive. And this is just breakfast for a family of 4. I made yogurt today. That only cost about $3.50 or whatever a gallon of milk was. So yeah, like $35-ish for breakfasts this week. We'll probably need to buy bananas at some point, but that's minimal, fortunately. Our total budget for the week is like $220, but I feel like we're gonna have to raise that soon because groceries already are getting expensive. And look, this isn't necessarily a video to blame Donald Trump for inflation, but absolutely a lot of this I feel is reactionary. My job during the day is as a financial advisor. I talk to people all day long about tariffs and what they're going to do to our economy because people are scared. And frankly, what they'll do is they'll raise grocery prices, easily double some things if they're coming from Mexico. We import 60% of our produce from Mexico. And usually when inflation goes up, the markets also go up. They follow each other, right? Up, down, but not when it comes to taxes or tariffs, because that money does not go back into the economy. It goes to the government. Anyway, show me what you got at the grocery store this week. I'm curious to see if other people are feeling inflation already, or how they're feeling about grocery prices. Besides eggs, we all know that those prices are insane. But typical groceries, are you spending a lot more? Are you spending a little more? Have you even noticed yet? I'd love to know.
I don't want to trigger anyone by talking about this, but like, how much money are we spending on groceries a month? I just went over our budget for last month, and our family of 4 spent $1,200 on groceries. And like, yes, that does include like household items like toilet paper, paper towels, like household items, but $1,200. We're not eating all organic. We're not eating like anything out of the ordinary. Just like a normal American diet. Like when did this happen?
Okay, I'm documenting the fact that I am here buying chicken. It is $10. for this at Market Basket. The one time a month I buy meat because I literally can't afford to buy meat. Every single package here is over $10 unless you get like a tiny little package for like $5. For 4 chicken breasts, $10 to $11. I don't even want to know. I'm not even halfway done. This is scary.
Okay, so I just went to Walmart. I'm going to show you what $98 bought me today. This is insane. 112 dozen eggs, wipes, only 1 deal of paper towels because, you know, we're trying to stretch the budget, 1 gallon of milk because even buying a gallon was cheaper than Walmart's 2 half gallons of their generic milk. I splurged on some gummy bears. The child wanted some cookies. These are $4. These are almost $7. Gum is $8. I bought 2 of these, which are almost $4 a piece. I buy frozen vegetables so that they last longer. It's not really out of convenience. It's out of the fact that they last longer. Pizza rolls. The 1 item of meat we bought, hot dogs. That's it. That's all I had to buy this week. Paper plates. Yes, a Valentine's card and bag. And tissue paper because we were out. And like I said, a case of water. $98. This is insane. How are we all going to continue like this? Because I don't know about you, but it's starting to really hurt my checking account.
Put a finger down if you are really struggling lately, because even though you make a decent amount of money because you're a nurse, everything is so expensive and you have credit card debt and your mortgage has gone up $300. Your energy bill has doubled. Groceries are so expensive. Eggs are atrocious and cost $5 to $6 each and for a dozen, and you are just trying to figure out how you're going to make it through every day. But you definitely still have a vacation plan because even though you're struggling, you still need to have something to look forward to.
So these people are just so shocked that the price of groceries has gone up. And if you remember vividly, there was always videos around like flying all over social media where they were being promised cheaper groceries, cheaper, eggs and all of that. Every time, like, you're going to be seeing it on social media. You're going to see people talking about how the reason why they are going to vote Republican is because that the price of goods is going to come down, the price of this is coming down, and for the fact that those people where they're importing from will be the ones paying taxes. And you'll be wondering, like, what part of Google do you guys read, especially people who do not know what a tariff is and all that. And now the price of goods has gone up because a lot of things has been implemented with the whole policies of TP that have come to play. So things have gone up. You can even find out that somebody will just come and shop a lot of things, right? You see one person buying like so many eggs just because they want to store them, right? They want to store food, they want to store all of this produce so that they don't get to lack any of them. So you come to the shop to buy something, you find out that, oh, it's empty. You can no longer find maybe egg or anything. And we've seen videos of that on the internet. You've been wondering, like, why is there like scarcity of this thing? It's because somebody have decided to buy a lot of them, okay, buy a whole lot of them in bulk, right? So people are now like complaining on how much they spend on these things. This is what some persons voted for. This is what some people decided to vote for. Like, they wanted this to happen. They looked at this and said it was good for them, and they decided to vote for it because nobody will want to hurt them, their own self, right? But they didn't know they were voting against their own interests. All their mind is that, oh, we're voting against this specific kind of people, this particular people. We're not going to be part of the people that will be affected by all of these rules and regulations. So right now that they're being affected, they're finding it so funny or finding it so sad that this whole thing is happening to them. And that's why you found people like the is it Venezuela woman, maybe the Cuban woman, who was talking about, oh, they use those, this is pure what? Excuse you, nobody lied to you. You decided to do this. You are the one that made the decision that you were going to buy vote red instead of voting blue, just because you felt that the people that will be affected will be people who are not in the same camp as yourself, right? Now, you are not happy that this is happening to you. The same thing that you signed up for, this is the same thing that you voted for, this is the same thing that you wanted to happen to other people, and now it's happening to you, and you're feeling sad about it. Price of goods, is on the high side. Price of food, like, you know, it's even better that you don't have lots of money but have food, like food, have your basic needs provided, right? There's some people that might never ever be very wealthy, but at least have your basic necessities, right? Every other thing that they're looking for, they're able to provide for themselves and for their family, give them shelter, give them, you know, food, and, you know, give them clothing. All of those things are very necessary for a human being to live well. Anyway, guys, share with me your thoughts in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do well to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you guys on my next video. Bye, guys.